to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I saw a report from the Gale Research Center a few days ago that said heavy stress is estimated to take up to 3 years off your life. So if you're a 212 athlete, you might want to skip ahead to the next section, because this update from Derek Lunsford is definitely going to add to your stress level. Now that he's in full-scale prep mode, Derek is starting to look even more insane with every new update, which seems like it shouldn't even be possible considering some of the stuff that we've seen from him already this year. He's managed to consistently keep the pressure on everyone else in the division all year long because he's never taken his foot off the gas. And now that the finish line is almost within sight, it's only a matter of time before he kicks it into fifth gear to really try to put some distance between himself and the rest of the pack. In addition to Derek Lunsford going for his first title defense, there's been a lot of excitement happening in the 212 division lately, as some of the other big names in the division have been jockeying for positions to see who could potentially make a push to be a top 5 contender this year, including Pingyun Long, who might be one of the biggest enigmas that we're going to see in this year's lineup. We know that he spent the better part of the last few months training with Ramy and the whole KO squad out there in Egypt, and based on the handful of updates that we've seen over the last few weeks, it does look like he's added some quality size since he won the Thailand Pro back at the start of the season. So if he brings an upgraded version of that look to the Olympia stage, that might be enough to get him some comparisons to the other guys that we're anticipating being members of the top group. I'm sure most of you have probably heard me say this before, but I believe it, which is why I'm going to say it again. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. It might sound like a cliche, but it's 100% true. And if you've seen any of the content that Antoine Vaillant's been cranking out lately, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. He looks as good as he ever has at any point in his career. His training is on point, and he earned an Olympia qualification with a fantastic performance at the Chicago Pro a few weeks ago, which means that he's got a lot to love as far as his bodybuilding career is concerned. You've got all that good juju flowing in your direction. You don't mind putting in a little bit of sweat equity, because you know that it's all going to come back tenfold on the other side. I know there's a whole contingent of people out there who love writing things in the comments about how the scale doesn't matter in bodybuilding. But here's the thing, sometimes the scale does matter, especially when you're being told that you need to add more size to hang with guys who are outweighing you by 10 to 15 pounds in your own division. Because in cases like that, the numbers on the scale actually matter a lot. So for someone like Rafa Brandao to be tipping the scales at 280 heading into his first Olympia prep, it should tell you everything you need to know about where his focus is heading down the stretch. Even though he's a known commodity at this point, as far as the Olympia stage is concerned, he's still in uncharted territory. But if this does end up being one of those cases when the numbers on the scale have a direct correlation to the numbers on the score sheet, well, people better watch out for Rafa Brandao. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.